This is Christina Dehart from ExploreModeling.com, and I'm going to show you what I call the 5-minute makeup application. And this is what I do before I go to a casting or before I meet a client. I want to do a really natural makeup because if you wear too much makeup to a casting or when you meet a client or even an agency, you don't want to cover your natural beauty. And so what I do is I start with a simple cover stick. I don't use a heavy foundation. I find that for my skin it just feels heavy by the end of the day, and it does look a little cakey and it looks like you're wearing more makeup than you want to look like you're wearing. So I just take a simple cover stick and I go under the eye, cover up any dark circles and on the top, and then what I'll do is I'll look for any kind of blemishes or anything that's like some old blemishes that have left a little bit of a mark, and I'll cover those up as well. Then I go on to my pressed powder. Here it is, just simple CoverGirl. Go over all of my face. I don't put too much because then it's gonna look cakey and it's gonna look like you have too much makeup. Another thing you might notice is the different names that I'm mentioning, like Wet n Wild, CoverGirl. I use some products by Benefit. All of these products are not expensive. Wet n Wild, you know, really inexpensive. You can get it at the drugstore. I don't like to use really expensive like department store makeups. I just don't see the point. So, plus with these types of makeup, you know, if they're less expensive, you can follow the trends of the season and not feel guilty about throwing them out at the end of the season. Then I go on to my bronzer. This is actually a trio blush. You can see there are 3 different colors of blush in here. There's a light, a medium, and a dark. And it's meant to be a blush trio, so for right here, but I use it as a bronzer and it looks really nice as a bronzer. So I just go across all 3 colors and then I apply it under my cheekbone on both sides. And since I'm using it as a bronzer, I put it above my eyelids, above on my forehead, above my eyes and my forehead, down on my cheekbones. And you don't want to put too much too fast. It's better to just kind of build, because once you get too much on, it's hard to remove, but it's easy to add more. And then I take a blush and put it right there on kind of like the apples of my cheeks. If you smile, you'll see where that goes. Put a little on my nose, a little above my eyes. Then I curl my eyelashes. And then I use a mascara. I just put it on the top of my eyes. Now makeup looks best after about an hour. That way the powder can soak in and you get the natural oils that come out of your face, and it looks dewier and just fresher, like you're not wearing anything at all. So in about an hour is when you're gonna see the best result with your makeup. Another thing you can do is the lip tint. And this is just a tint, literally. It's a little dye for your lips. And it just adds a little bit of red tint to your lips. Like, this is great in the summer when you've just been out like at the beach all day and have like a little suntan and you just want to throw on a little bit of nice lipstick, and it just is light and just gives it that little pop. Then on the other side, this is by Benefit, by the way, on the other side is a gloss, and you just apply the gloss over it. Now you can also use this on your cheeks and above your eyes, but I don't. They told me that they could do that, and then when I came home and tried it, the dye actually made little marks in my face and it wasn't that even, so I use it just for the lips. Now, that's it. If I wanted to stop right there, that would be like the perfect, you know, simple makeup to go to a casting. But sometimes, just to have a little bit more drama, I'll put a nice brown shadow right above the top. Just a little bit, just to give your eye just a little bit more pop. And I'll smooth it out with my finger. Then I go in with a little eyeshadow. Just kind of smooth that over. And done.